Today's lesson in To Kill a Mockingbird is about girls fighting boys. Please follow along with me. Beginning of Chapter 3. At the beginning of Chapter 3, Scout has just gotten into trouble with the teacher for standing up for Walter Cunningham and explaining that Walter Cunningham is a Cunningham, and therefore he won't accept anything if he can't pay it back, and his family can't pay it back, so she should stop embarrassing him by offering him a quarter. Chapter 3 begins, catching Walter Cunningham in the schoolyard gave me some pleasure, but when I was rubbing his nose in the dirt, Jem came by and told me to stop. You're bigger than he is, he said. He's as old as you nearly, I said. He made me start off on the wrong foot. Let him go, Scout. Why? He didn't have any lunch, I said, and explained my involvement in Walter's dietary affairs. Walter had picked himself up and was standing quietly, listening to Jem and me. His fists were half cocked, as if expecting an onslaught from both of us. I stomped at him to chase him away, but Jem put out his hand and stopped me. He examined Walter with an air of speculation. Your daddy, Mr. Walter Cunningham, from Old Sarum? He asked. Walter nodded. Walter looked as if he'd been raised on fish food. His eyes, as blue as Dill Harris's, were red-rimmed and watery. There was no color in his face except at the tip of his nose, which was moistly pink. He fingered the straps of his overalls, nervously picking at the metal hooks. Jem suddenly grinned at him. Come on home to dinner with us, Walter, he said. We'll be glad to have you. Walter's face brightened, then darkened. Jem said, your daddy's a friend of our daddy's. Scout here, she's crazy. She won't fight you anymore. I wouldn't be too certain of that, I said. Jem's free dispensation of my pledge irked me, but precious noontime minutes were ticking away. Yeah, Walter, I won't jump on you again. Don't you like butter beans? Our cow's a real good cook.